Episode 62. So Joey calls Doug and asks him how is he and that he's checking on him. And Doug should know already that this is some BS. How can somebody who threatened you a couple of days prior telling you that you only have a week to give them their money or it's going to be some problems and then they're going to call and check on you and you really think that that's sincere? So Doug tells him he doesn't know why he's being nice. Exactly. That was your first red flag right there. And that he feels that Joey is trying to take his wife from him. And number two, he's not trying to take your wife from you. He's basically trying to take over your wife's business for his dirty laundering schemes. Joey goes on to tell Doug that Vanessa is very valuable to him. And Doug says, "You mean a business, right?" And Joey's like, "Of course I mean business." Dr. McBride, I'm going to need you to grow a brain. So I just can't believe that Dr. McBride would believe anything that comes out of Joey's mouth. He's a ruthless mobster and he'll tell you anything you want to hear to get what he wants. Next, Kat, aka Black Nancy Drew, sees Jacob at Orphe Jeans, and I mean, she just goes in for the kill like a manic person who hasn't had their medication. She's like, blah, 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 and Jacob's like, whoa, dang, hello. Like, you haven't even said hello yet, and don't you supposed to have manners? You're a Dupree, right? Duprees are supposed to be refined and classy, and you're jumping in here and you're jumping on the case without even saying hello. And so then she goes on to tell Jacob that I need to know if you found out anything about Leslie and Eva and their guilt. And Jacob's like, it takes time. And as of now, I don't have any evidence on anything. And so, I mean, like I said it before, Kat is going to have to calm herself down. If she loves investigating or being some type of amateur detective, then she truly needs to go and get a private investigator license or something to quench the thirst, because it's getting ridiculous. Next, Danny tells Haley that she's questioning Haley's pregnancy, and Haley tells her like she's living rent-free in Danny's head because every time you turn around, Danny's trying to find something on this woman. It's like Danny just doesn't want to realize. I mean, she doesn't want to see. And I thought she said that in some episodes way back that she had finally realized that Bill really loves Haley, and that she has saw the look in his eyes when he looks at Haley, that it's a look that Bill used to give her. So I don't know why she's jumping on the bandwagon trying to tell this woman that she's not pregnant. You're not her. You're not in her body. How can you tell her if she's faking a pregnancy or not? How the heck would you know that? So she's making herself look like a fool. Next, Danny tells Haley that she's questioning Haley's pregnancy, and Haley tells her to fill her days with something else than harassing her. And I hear Haley on that. Like, Haley is living rent-free in Danny's head. It's like, you gotta let this go. You're not Haley. You're not in her body. How can you tell her if she's pregnant or not? So Haley threatens Danny that if she continues to accuse her, she will pay. And Danny asks her, is she threatening her? And Bill walks in and says, no, he is. And see, that right there, Bill is letting you know that he's ride or die for Haley. So get out of their business, walk your butt on up out that house and go find some business. So Danny tells Bill that Haley lied to him about her pregnancy. And again, how would you know that? And she's claiming that, oh, she's lying because she's trying to get her claws into your money. Well, she's married to him. Either way it go, she's going to get some of Bill Hamilton's money, regardless. Next, Black Nancy Drew, aka Kat, shows Jacob footage she got from Andre of the mystery nurse who went into Laura's room the night of her potassium spike. And she asks Jacob what is he doing to find out who the mystery nurse is. And Jacob lets her know this ain't his first case, so don't come checking him like you some seasoned detective and acting like Jacob don't know what he's doing. Like he told her, there's things that has to be done. I can't just go willy-nilly because you feel like that's Eva or Leslie. You know, you can't go off of assumption. There's procedures that goes into place. And somebody who is just watching crime shows, they wouldn't know all that. So, like Jacob letting her know, put some respect on his job and step back and let him do his job. So, Black Nancy Drew, Kat, had Mona come to Orthy Jeans to meet her and Jacob. So, Kat shows Mona the pic of the mystery nurse and she's asking, who do you think this is? So Mona looks at Kat and she's like, who you think it is? And Kat's like, I think it's Leslie or either. She can't be leading Mona. Mona has to come up with that on her own. So then Mona's like, I think it's Leslie, but I'm not sure. And so basically it's a bust because like Jacob has told her before, like Jacob told Kat before, you can't have a I think. It has to be definitive. Either it is her or it's not. Mona is like, I'm sorry, I'm not taking up for Leslie because we're not friends no more. And I'm like, okay, Mona, you don't need to be doing all the explaining. You don't need to explain yourself to Kat. It's all right. You don't have to say it's Leslie. If you don't think it's Leslie, or if you're not sure, you're not sure. Next, Leslie asks Ted, can she come into his room? And he tells her no. She threatens to holler in the hallway if he don't let her in. And see, this is the problem with Ted. You have to stop Cray Cray in her tracks. You should have never let her in your room. And so he lets her in and she's trying to reminisce about when they were lovers. And you know, Ted ain't buying it. He's like, I don't want you. And he tells her to say what she came to say and to get out. So she asks Ted for some gin and tonic. And she starts acting like she was choking. And I would have let her choke. I wouldn't have made her nothing. And I was like, if you choking, get your butt on out of here and go find you something to drink. So Ted tells her to say what she came to say. And she lies and says that she's worried about Eva. And it's like, girl, get out of here. You told Ted in a couple of episodes prior that you regretted the day that Eva was born. Then you backtracked it, but still, I'm like, girl, bye. So she tells Ted that she's worried about Eva. And I mean, like, she is just desperate to try to get Ted to mess with her. That's the whole reason why she came to his room. And she's wearing this skin tight pleather outfit. I mean, it's skin tight. There's no room basically for movement. And we all know what it's about. So Ted tells... So, yeah, we all know what it's about. Next, Bill tells Danny that her jealousy has no boundaries. And Haley says that Danny is right. She lied about her pregnancy. And that only Danny Dupree could see through her lies. And Bill smiles at Haley. And I tell you, Bill and Haley are made for each other. I don't see why Danny can't see this. Next, Joey and Vanessa are at the club, and Vanessa tells him she has to schedule a workout at the country club. And Joey tells her that he works out in other ways. Yeah, okay. And we know where he's going with this. So I wonder if he's one of the escorts at his escort agency. Just play. He wouldn't make any money. So he invites Vanessa to the casino and they leave the club on their way to the casino. Next, Dana, aka Leslie, has the audacity to lie on Eva and tell Ted that Eva wanted to know if they were getting back together. I tell you, this woman has no shame at all. Next, Danny claps and tells Haley, well played. And Danny tells her plan to wait a while and tell Ted the pregnancy wasn't viable or she had a miscarriage and that there was no pregnancy. And I mean, whether it's true or not, at this point, Bill is standing 10 toes down besides his wife, so let him. So Danny tells Haley she's a Dupree and Haley is a wannabe. And Bill says that's enough and that he and Haley are in love. And again, let Bill be in love with his child bride. Haley tells him she can fight her own battles. And Haley tells Danny it's getting late and she knows where the door is. So get your ass out, Danny Dupree. And Danny looks like she wants to burst in tears. And that's the reason why you shouldn't have brought your ass over there. Leave them folks alone. Next, Joey seeks Vanessa at the poker table. And they're the only ones at the table. And he invites Doug down to the casino. And just as Doug is about to walk in, he can see Vanessa there with Joey. So Doug peeks around the corner watching Joey and Vanessa at the table. And he's getting the eyeful because Vanessa's being flirty and Joey's all over her. And again, I can't say it enough. Dr. McBride brought this on himself. Next, Jacob asks Mona, is there anything else she wants to share? And Mona tells Jacob about how she met Leslie in church and how Leslie befriended her to get to Ted and Nicole. And Mona says as much as she dislikes Leslie, she can't lie and confirm the picture. So Jacob thanks her for her honesty, and Mona tells him if Leslie's lips are moving, she's probably lying. And we all know Leslie's lying all the time, every day, all day long. Next, Ted asks Leslie, is she lying about Eva wanting them to get together? Of course she's lying. And Ted should know this. Eva's a grown-ass woman. She ain't no kid. So, of course, Leslie's lying. So Ted tells Leslie to tell Eva there will never be a Ted and Leslie ever again. And Leslie has the nerve to say it's time to parent Eva. And I'm still trying to wonder how you gonna parent a grown-ass woman. I don't get it. So Leslie tells Ted they need to try to forgive each other. And I tell you, Ted better not fall for this con. I don't know why he even got her in the room. I really don't know. And he had got the message earlier that Kat was coming by to bring snacks. So you're getting set up. And I don't know if Leslie knew that, but just the optics of Leslie being in his room is going to look bad. Leslie tells her tale about settling with Eva's stepdad and that Eva was very lonely and created a fairy tale image of a knight in shiny armor daddy. And Ted apologizes to her for giving her hope. And he says Nicole has his heart. So Leslie gets angry at this, and he should have known this. And she says that Nicole rejected him. And whether Nicole rejected him or not, the man just told you that Nicole has his heart. So Ted tells her they were a lifetime ago and she needs to leave. Exactly. He should have never let her in. So Ted grabs Leslie's hand and says this is where he draws the line. And just then, Kat walks in. Perfect timing, especially for Leslie. Next, Haley tells Bill she wouldn't lie about something as personal as a pregnancy. She was just telling Danny what she wanted to hear, and Bill tells her she comes first. Next, Vanessa is winning at the poker table, and she asks Joey if he rigged the game for her to win so that they can win somewhere else. This is sad. Her husband is watching her throw herself on another man, and she does it all the time. Lord have mercy. So Joey tells everyone to leave and tells the dealer to lock the doors. So I guess it's time to get it on. And because nasty Vanessa told them they could do something else with the poker table. If I was Doug, I don't know how he could ever want to get on that poker table again. Ever. Next, Ted tells Kat nothing happened, and Leslie starts trying to put her hands all over Ted. When Leslie leaves, Kat says she's not stupid and she knows what Leslie does, but why would he allow her in his room? And that's the $1 million question. He should have never allowed her in his room. Next, Danny goes to the bar and it's closing. So the bartender is telling her the kitchen's closed and that he's already called last call for alcohol, so the man ready to go home. So she throws around her Dupree status and tells him, "I'm Danny Dupree," and orders some vodka sours. And you could tell the look on that man's face. I don't blame him. Like, this privileged bitch. So, I just think that is so rude. The man's been on his feet all day working, and just because you don't work, Miss Danny Dupree, that don't mean that other people don't. And so to be so rude of people's time, take your ass somewhere else. Next, Doug walks in and the poor bartender goes through his spiel again, and Danny's like, "Oh yeah, he's with me." And it's like, okay, it's bad enough you in here after hours. Then you gonna make this man serve Miss Dr. McBride as well. How fucking rude. How rude. Next, so yeah, then she gonna make him serve Dr. McBride too. And all this man want to do is go home. So I guess they're partners in misery, Danny and Dr. McBride, because both of them looking pitiful as hell. Next, Vanessa, the adulterous tramp, is getting busy with Joey on the poker table. Again, like I said, I would never play on that poker table again if I was Dr. McBride. Next, Kat tells Ted she was stupid for stopping by and bringing him food when he had an appetite for something else. And Ted tells her he wants to spend time with her. And she says she's tired, but he might want to catch up with Leslie. And again, Ted brought this on himself. I would have got across and repelled her ass and like, get away from my door. Next, Cray Cray is in the mirror again, celebrating the fact that she's an agent of chaos. And she's got this terrible wig on, laughing and cracking up like she's doing something. And you're in this empty apartment and you celebrating that you're causing all this chaos in this man's life. It doesn't matter how much chaos she's bringing to Ted's life. He still ain't got you there, and he in the hotel room by himself. And he still wouldn't mess with you. So that should tell Cray Cray a lot, but it doesn't because she's crazy. And that ends the episode.